Kitchen Catastrophe, a game where the player navigates a kitchen to collect coins while avoiding the angry burger ingredients. Selecting a profile. The user may select their profile from the drop-down menu that is displayed and click the play button to confirm their choice and to continue with the game. Creating a profile. To create a new profile, the user must click on the New Profile button, which takes them to this screen that prompts them to enter their desired username. By clicking Confirm, they are then taken back to the main menu where they can select this newly created profile and click Play to begin the game. As you can see now, the player is about to begin level 1. Playing and navigating a level. Once the profile is selected, the level menu appears on the screen where the 3 best times for that level are displayed. The user presses the play button to begin the level. The player is navigated through the level by the user pressing the arrow keys and is seen here moving towards the goal. If the player steps on the water cell, then they die and they are given the following options. Here the user has decided to try again, which restarts the level, sending the player back to the beginning of the level and they can play again as normal. Once the level is completed, the user's score is displayed alongside the top 3 times for that level. The user can now select the next level using the previous and the next buttons as shown. This navigates them through the game. If the level is paused, then an option menu is displayed, allowing the user to either resume the game, restart the level, or go to the home page. The game is always paused until the resume button is again pressed, which allows the user to continue the level from the exact position they had paused in. Showing locked doors and using keys. The user has now progressed to level 2, where the player navigates the level by picking up a blue key to unlock the blue colored door. The yellow door cannot be opened yet since that color key has not been collected. Showing token doors and using tokens. Token doors only open once the appropriate number of tokens have been collected by the player, otherwise they remain locked as shown. Player death by environment. If the player steps on a water cell without having previously collected the flippers, then the player dies. A following message is displayed which gives the user the option to try again by restarting the level, or they can go to the main menu. Using fire boots. The fire boots have now been collected by the player, which allows them to step on the fire cells to collect the tokens. The token door does not open yet since it needs 3 tokens to be opened. Once enough tokens are collected, the door is unlocked, allowing the player to pass through. Using flippers. By collecting the flippers, the player can now step on water cells, which allows them to move forwards by collecting the keys and unlocking the doors. Leaderboard updated and next level unlocked. Once the level has been completed, the new time is displayed on the leaderboard alongside the other top times. The user has now unlocked the next level and they are taken to this screen where they can either play the new level or go back to play previous level. Enemies. There are 4 different types of enemy. The first of these is the straight line enemy. The user is now playing level 3, where there is an angry carrot enemy which moves vertically in a straight line, and if the player steps on the same cell as the enemy, then the player dies. Dumb targeting enemy. This is an angry pickle enemy that takes the shortest path towards the player, which is why it can sometimes get stuck in the wall. Wall following enemy. This is an angry hot dog enemy that always follows the wall cells, which means its movement is restricted. Player death by enemy. If the player steps on the same cell as the enemy, then the player dies, as seen here with the dumb targeting enemy. The user can try again, now stepping on the same cell as the straight line enemy and losing the level again. The user can keep trying as they have unlimited attempts. Avoiding all the enemies means that they can clear the level. The player must collect all items and tokens to go through the respective doors and get to the goal. This unlocks the next level. By pressing the previous key, the player can view the time. Smart targeting enemy. The smart targeting enemy follows the player around the map and analyzes the best route to take, instead of just taking the closest step towards the player like the dumb targeting enemy. This is why the angry egg enemy can still reach the player even when it is out of view. Using teleporter. The teleporter allows the player to magically jump from one cell to another cell so that they can escape the enemies. The player steps on one teleporter cell and reappears on the other side of the other teleporter cell. The player can then continue with the game as normal and finish the level. At the end of the level, the main menu can be opened and the user may quit the game if they want to. Again, the top times for each level are displayed. Data persistence. This is the concept that allows the in-game data to be stored even after the game has been exited. The profiles of each user are uniquely stored, and the records store the time that each player takes to complete each level. The user profile data, the leaderboard top times, and the level completion data is all stored and persisted across different runs of the game. Every time something is changed, the data is immediately stored. If the level is left unfinished, then the level state, which is the record of the items collected and the position that the player is in, is all stored for the user and the level. We also included a save and load state. This is where the user plays the game, exits the game, and then can return to see the state of game has been saved from before and correctly loaded. The timer is reset. As you see the level being completed, it is then played again to show that the game time begins from 0 again. The current state of the game, including the position of the player, the enemies, and the player's inventory, is all saved in the same state that it was previously in. Message of the day. This is a special message which is displayed every time the corresponding button is pressed. The message is automatically refreshed. It can be viewed once and then viewed again every time the player clicks the button. Smooth movement. For our extra feature, we decided to incorporate the smooth movement of the player. The video currently shows the testing of this feature. Instead of having the chef character jump from tile to tile, we have modified this in a way that the movement of the feet has been animated between the tiles. This makes the movement of the chef smooth and not jumpy, and works for any direction the chef moves in.